Welcome to NoMax TV. We all want to keep our pride and joy looking its very best with minimal fuss. Today we show you how to do exactly that quickly and efficiently and without having to get out the hose pipe. Let's chat to Maz from Garage Therapy and find out how it's done. Alright then Maz, so this is quite interesting because we're washing a car without a hose pipe. It just seems nice and easy, but what is it?
Rinseless wash. So here we have a rinseless wash solution, and it's a complex blend of surfactants and polymers that emulsify, encapsulate, degrease and effectively wash the surface of your vehicle without needing to use a hose or running water to rinse off the dirt.
For people like me, this sounds great, but you've got maintenance on the bottle there, and I think it's really worth pointing out at this stage.
Yes.
How to use this responsibly.
Absolutely. So nothing is foolproof. There is a technique to applying the rinseless wash and using it so it's effective and safe for the paintwork. If your car is really dirty, then there are ways around that, but I would throw caution to the wind and go for a full wash personally. However, there are techniques and tips you can do should the scenario happen. Let's say that we have a hose pipe ban where you can use this product in conjunction with our more powerful chemicals to do the same job safely.
Okay, fine, yeah. So it is quick, it is easy, but it doesn't replace like a proper deep clean of the car that you should do periodically.
It's a controversial subject actually in the car care world, whether this new generation of washing vehicles is just as safe and effective as the traditional shampoo, 2 buckets, etc.
Okay.
In America, rinseless washing, certainly in some states, is the go-to method, and they will argue to hell and back that it is just as safe as standard washing. It is very different to what people are used to, and I think that's part of the challenge.
Just before we dive in, so I mean, usually when we do these videos here for our detailing diary, this worktop has got loads of products on. There's 2 today. That's it. That's genuinely, we're not using anything else, that's it?
No, that's it. As I said, this is an all-in-one solution to washing your vehicle. You can actually use this on the inside of your car as well. The argument could be had, what's the point of having all these chemicals when you've got one solution to do it all? There's limitations with this, so you're not going to get the same sort of deep cleaning, degreasing power, dirt removal as what you would with a traditional detergent. However, it will get you pretty close, and because this does everything, you only need a finishing product in the end just to give it a little bit of bling.
First up, Maz decanted the correct amount of rinseless wash solution before pouring it into the bucket and adding water. Then Maz added the towels to the bucket, more detail on this later, before using the solution to fill up the pump sprayer. And with that, we were ready to rock. Step 1 is to pre-soak the area you're going to clean. Maz recommends only doing one area or panel at a time. Next, you'll need one of those towels, and the trick is to not get all of the water out of it, and then fold it into 4 to give you 4 clean sides, and then gently, that's gently, with no pressure, wipe along the panel, swapping to a new side of the towel as you go. Then replace your wet towel with a drying towel and again gently wipe off. And that is literally it for now. For best results, you may want to then go over the car with Quick Detailer, but in the meantime, here's a before and after looking at the bonnet, which hasn't had the rinseless wash, against the front wing, which has. Maz carried on working his way around the car, again, as he mentioned, sticking to a panel at a time. And as this clip shows, the process wasn't picking up any dirt. We can't stress this enough. The key is to not put any pressure on the paint at all. Anyway, Maz whipped around the rest of the car to complete. And yes, that is a sponge you can see on camera here. More on that shortly. The final touch, as we mentioned, is applying the quick detailer. And that is it. Little Irish was transformed in a matter of minutes.
Right, Maz, so thank you for showing us that. Very interesting, not as strewn with issues or problems as I was expecting, to be fair.
It's a very straightforward process. You pre-rinse the panel, you allow that to soak, you then spray a little bit more solution. It's a hot day today, so it was drying out a bit quicker than we wanted. And then you fold your towel into 4 sections and you wipe. And you flip the towel often and then you gently wipe. You don't put loads of pressure on. And then what I did is with a prototype sponge that we're working with at the moment for this specific process, I went back over the panel just to make sure I didn't miss anything effectively.
Yeah, we saw you using the sponge, and my thought was, we never use sponges in detailing. That's what Maz taught me. But that's a prototype that's, it's very soft to touch. Don't know if people can pick that up.
Yes, so this is a special foam with lots of holes in it, almost like a grout sponge. And the manufacturer has done a lot of testing with this sponge against microfiber, and they've found, or they've claimed, that it's just as safe. So we've been testing it using our equipment here to prove that use case, and so far so good. So I'm quite confident to use it on cars at the moment. And what we'll do is we'll work with that manufacturer to develop it, make it more ergonomic and things of that nature.
Worked a lot better than I realised. It's definitely worth pointing out that it won't be a proper deep clean, but like you said, for rocking up to a show and just giving it a once over, following up with that quick detailer, which is the only time you should use a quick detailer, immediately after the car has been washed.
On a clean surface, that's right.
Yeah, something else there.
For all intensive purposes, it's the same as washing your car. It's just that you don't have the benefit, obviously, the pressured water and lots of water to flush everything out. So you do have to approach it delicately. If you see loads of grit on the side, for example, that's probably not a good idea to start wiping away. Hence we had the pump sprayer, right, for me to flush out certain areas and add more lubrication and things of that nature. But it cleans the panel as a normal detergent would. With our Rinseless Wash as well, it's a little bit acidic, so it's a pH 5 or 6. And what that does is it attacks mineral deposits as well on the car, and it really deep cleans the surface. So absolutely, it does a good job.
Okay, so really, the last thing to leave ringing in people's ears is if you want to kind of replicate this at a show or a road trip as well, because again, I've done road trips earlier this year, the car was absolutely caked. We had photography on day 2 of the road trip and the car was hanging, so I wish I knew this then. But yeah, you mentioned, look, you could basically put together a mobile kit for this. So as well as the GT Rinseless Wash and the GT Quick Detailer, you need a towel. You
need a drying towel, preferably 2, just in case. You need, I would estimate, around 10 towels. So we say 8 on the bottle. But if you're on a road trip, I would take about 10, 11, maybe even 12 towels. Maybe 2 towels that you don't care that much about to wipe certain areas of the car that are filthy, maybe on the wheels or something like that, or some of the arches and more areas that get prone to a lot of dirt build up. And then the rest of the towels will be good high quality towels where you're touching the paintwork. So about 10 towels, 2 drying towels, a collapsible bucket, ideally a pump sprayer or a good trigger sprayer as well will do the same thing. And that's it.
Hey presto.
Hey presto, that's it.
And then your car's a kid mint when you're on the move.
That's it, absolutely, yeah. The only downside, as we talked about when I was doing the process, is at the end you're going to have wet towels, so you're going to have to wring them all out, maybe have a carrier bag to put the wet stuff in there so you don't obviously wet your boot area or the interior of the car. And whenever you reach your end destination, say a hotel, just, I don't know, hang them up in the bathroom or something like that, let them dry. You're only going to really be able to do that process once, unless you take 24 towels with you, and then you can do it twice, right?
Yeah. Awesome, Maz. All right, look, quick video because quick process. Thanks as always for showing us
My
around
pleasure.
this latest instalment of the Garage Therapy Detailing Diary. We'll see you soon on IMEX TV.